Last year, we finished here in Sydney on the last By Any Means, and we come all the way from Ireland. And now, I'm doing it again. But this time, I'm going from Sydney up the Pacific Rim all the way to Japan, by any means of transport. I'm going to do some amazing biking. We might be the first motorbikes to come up here. Discover the impact of World War II. All of this was just covered with landing crafts. And eventually end up in Tokyo. It's the jeepneys that actually slow everything down in this town. They're always picking people up, they're always blocking the way. But we're here, and the day that we said we'd be here, so that's not bad. And we've done it in the most beautiful jeepney. What a nice way to arrive in a crazy city. Manila, capital of the Philippines, is ranked as one of the most densely populated cities in the world, with 11 million people crammed into a space 3 times smaller than London. The thing you notice most are the number of children living on the street. They say that something like 250,000 children sleep rough in the city. With no one to look after them, they may end up involved in crime or even prostitution. We met this guy, Butch, who works with the street children. He was a street child himself.
Charlie, would like you to meet Edwin.
Edwin.
Edwin, his father is living in the streets with him.
Right.
So he's a single parent. The mother abandoned them 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And at this moment, his father's sick. So the father said that if I could be an assistant to him, that he wants his son to stay in a shelter.
So can you show me where you live?
Okay.
Children like Edwin end up on the street, often because of poverty, family problems, and domestic violence. He walks around as if he owns the street, doesn't he? Sort of walking around clicking his fingers, you know. The main problem is that this way of life becomes the norm.
He puts some old boxes there, and then that's where they sleep.
Up against here. And is it really noisy at night time here?
Oh, kahit may ingay, natutulog ka na lang. Hindi mo na inintindi. He doesn't mind. It's noisy. What's important, he goes to sleep.
So where do you wash?
Lalabas.
Without education, these children will spend the rest of their lives begging, hustling, or involved in prostitution. But by educating them, at least they stand a chance of getting off the streets. I've only got 2 more days left in the Philippines, and I'm heading up the west coast to Subic Freeport, where I'm planning to catch a boat 365 miles to Taiwan. We've been trying to get a boat from the Philippines to Taiwan for forever, and we've finally found this 90-footer, which is a good size. So I hooked up with some locals who knew the road ahead really well. Are you Big John?
Yeah, that's me.
John, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What a place.
Mad Dogs are just these club members who are like a Hells Angels type of guys, really. There's expats, there's Filipino, there's all sorts of people. It's for everybody.
And these are some of the boys here.
Oh, yeah. It's just a small group. Then we get 60 guys, 60 members here in Manila, Philippines. So.
For the journey up the coast, the boys entrusted me with this beautiful old-school 1600 hardtail chopper. With custom exhaust, rims, and God knows what else. It means I'm riding out of Manila in style. That's all right. That's fantastic. Don't you love that sound in the morning? It sort of reminds me of a ride. Wow, it's tough to ride this one. You've got to remember how long it is. It's a great feeling to be riding out of Manila on a beautiful holiday with a whole bunch of guys. We rode 60 miles up the coast to a town called Clark.
It's always nice to park in the bar that you're going to drink in.
While they settle in for the night, I've got a flight to catch.
The idea today is to get from here, Clark, over to get the boat, Sepik. And these guys have this microlight club here in Clark, and they said that they would fly us down there to the Navy base where the boat is waiting for us.
I'm just admiring your place. It's the most amazing place.
Morning.
Morning, yeah, wow, incredible.
Welcome. We're a private club. We've got about 100 members. So we've got about 20 privately owned planes, and there's 4 or 5 club aeroplanes, so you don't have to own a plane. Just come here and rent and
Fly.
Yeah.
Okay, clear prop.
Well, it's the only way to fly, really, isn't it? So, tell me a little bit about the plane and what she can do.
Well, it's officially classed as an ultralight aircraft.
Yeah.
It's a little 2-stroke engine on the back of it. Top speed here sits at 100.
Yeah.
It'll fly faster than 100, but first of all, the windshield will start to come in. This one will come all the way down to about 34, 35 before it stalls.
Yeah.
I'll stall it for you if you want me to.
That's right.
All right. Okay, this is a stall. So we just let the airspeed drop off, and then the nose goes down.
Wow.
And then we're back flying again.
That was quite a nice feeling. And so how long have you lived over here?
On and off for about 25 years.
Right. Well, I can see why you love it here. It's just beautiful.
Just look down and beautiful rice fields and mountains and just the whole experience was just fantastic.
Civic Tower 1457, now on finals, 2 miles to land, runway 27.
After flying 40 miles, we came down to land in Subic International Airport.
That's a big old runway, isn't it? Very different.
It is.
It was formerly a US naval base that played a large part in the Vietnam War.
It was basically where they ran the whole of the Vietnam War from here. All the big B-52 bombers landed here, refueled and carried on. At one stage, it was 40,000 troops around these parts, and now it's empty. Now this is the biggest plane that ever comes into here.